Good day everyone. Today, I will be talking to you about how we can use the different effects in the Bible trivia game Heroes 2. Well, as you can see, there are a bunch of different effects that you could use when you are playing the game, and I will be explaining to you how they work. So first of all, we have the Daniel Effect, and its main purpose is to show us the Bible verse where the answer to the question being asked could be found. So let's try it. The question is from Adam and Eve. What were we told would happen if we eat the forbidden fruit? To find the answer to that question, we will be pressing the Daniel Effect. Once we press it, a Bible verse will come out. Genesis 3 verse 6. So let's open our Bibles, find the verse in Genesis 3 verse 6, and there we will find the answer, which is none other than we would gain wisdom. Let's try it again. Joseph, why were my brothers jealous of me? The answer shall be found from Genesis 37 verse 4, which tells us it's because he was his father's favorite. So that's how the Daniel Effect works. Whenever you press it, it will always show you where the Bible verse shall be found. Next, we have the Friday and Elijah Effect, which are the two main effects that helps us increase our mana and our experience. Elijah for the experience points, and Friday Effect for the mana. So some of us might be asking, why do we need these two things, mana and experience? Well, mana is the currency that we are using in the game, which helps us to buy effects and upgrade our effects whenever we are using them. And experience points are the ones that helps us level up in the game. And leveling up will help us unlock more heroes in the game, which will give us much more harder questions. So let's try it out. As we can see here, the points that we'll receive from this question from Mary Magdalene will be 9,900 points. Once we activate the Friday and the Elijah Effect and answer the correct question, the 9,900 points will be doubled. It will be times 2, and we will get the answer added to our experience points and mana points. Let's try it again. 9,328 points, adding the Friday and Elijah Effect, promote them, it's doubled, right? Let's try it again. It's doubled. Next, we have the Joshua Effect. The Joshua Effect freezes time for 5 seconds, just as the sun stopped for Joshua. So, let's try the Joshua Effect. As you can see, I am about at 57 seconds today, increasing to 1 minute, 1 second, and once we press the Joshua Effect, the time will stop for 5 seconds, and once we press the answer, it's still the same time. Let's try it again. Stop in 6 seconds. Boom. That's how you stop the time. Next, we have the Jonah Effect. The Jonah Effect skips the question given to us, just like how Jonah skipped his mission. So this is how it works. That's the question. After I poured perfume on Jesus' feet, what did I use to dry them? So for example, you don't really know the answer to this question, and yet you're not using the Jesus Effect. If you find this question difficult, you can use the Jonah Effect so that you can skip the question. It's a different question. Who moved the stone from Jesus' tomb? If you still don't find this easy, you can still use the Jonah Effect and skip to another question. What did Jesus say he would do to my brother? And once you find this easy, you can finally answer it. Next, we have the Lazarus Effect. The Lazarus Effect gives us a second chance when we answer the wrong answer. So this is how it happens. This is the Lazarus Effect. To activate it, we need to press it, because if we answer the wrong question without pressing it, it won't work. So let's press it. And if we answer the wrong question, it resurrects us, just like how Jesus resurrects Lazarus when he died, and gives us another chance to choose the right answer. So let's choose the right answer. Let's try it again. What's this? Try guessing the answer if you don't know it. We are being resurrected because it's the wrong answer. Wait and see what happens next. Next, we have the Abraham effect, which is like the 50-50 for us. So it halves the choices so that we might be able to choose the right answer. So this is how it works. This is the question, and you might not be sure which to choose. As you can see here, once we activate the Abraham effect, it removes 2 of the incorrect choices so that we might have a chance to choose the correct answer from the 2 choices left. So, let's try it again. What did Jesus say he would do to my brother? Abraham effect. 2 incorrect choices removed. Let's press the correct answer. Wake him up. Next, we have the Jesus effect, the most favorite effect of all time. As you can see from the name itself, it removes the errors and the incorrect choices and leads us to the way. Because we all know Jesus is the way. So let's try it out. While Jesus ascended to heaven, what did the man who appeared say to us? So if you don't know the answer to this question, let's just directly press the Jesus effect. And as you can see, a green arrow appeared and told us that this is the correct answer. So why would we make a mistake? Let's press it. See? Let's try it again. How old was I when I died? Jesus effect? 120. Oh, and let me remind you, you can only use the Jesus effect 3 times, so let us always save it. Jesus effect, chief ministers. And now, for the final effect, we have the revelation effect, and it is one of the biggest effects that are in the game. What happens is, when you answer all questions in the game correctly, it halves your time. So this is what happens. As you can see a while ago, we answered all our questions correctly. So once we answer our final question correctly too, the revelation effect gets activated. You can see our time, 5 minutes, right? But with the help of the revelation effect, it gets halved to 2 minutes. Thus, these are the effects that you could use in the Bible trivia game Heroes 2. Well, when it comes to my top 3 favorite effects, I actually have to divide them into 2 groups. So there is the doubling effects and the speed effects. So the doubling effects are the group of effects that help me level up and obtain more mana. So these are the Friday effect, the Elijah effect, and the Jesus effect. Because Friday effect helps you double your mana, Elijah effect helps you double your experience points, and Jesus effect helps you find the answer. Because if you make the right answer, your points will be doubled. Next are the speed effects, which are Joshua effect, Revelation effect, and as always, Jesus effect. Well, we use Joshua effect because we need to freeze time so that we could minimize time more. And as we minimize time while playing, we also use the revelation effect so that once we stop playing, the time will still be minimized and be halved. And yes, these 2 won't be activated if it weren't for the Jesus effect, which still helps us choose the correct answers so that we might be able to activate the revelation effect at the end. Well, my winning tactics in the Heroes 2 Bible Championship is to use the speed effects, which are Joshua, Jesus, and Revelation. But there are certain instances or stages in the game where we are only allowed to use one effect, or we are not allowed to use effects at all. So during those stages, it is very important for us to have a stock knowledge about the different heroes of the Bible. During the championship, I used the Joshua Effect. As we know it, the Joshua Effect stops time for 5 seconds. So, in the first 7 questions, without the Joshua Effect, I might have already consumed 10 to 15 seconds. But with the help of the Joshua Effect, I might only consume 2 to 3 seconds. Also, I use the Jesus Effect, which helps me answer difficult and long questions immediately. And lastly, there is the Revelation Effect, which activates once we answer all questions correctly. For example, if you answered all questions in 10 seconds, the Revelation Effect divides it into 2, and your final time will be 5 seconds.